Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, this is Spirit Journey, and today is Thursday, good old Thursday, March 18, 2021, and the time right now is 7:10 a.m. And this is our beautiful skyline, yes, of the city, beautiful New York City. And I've been up now for about 1 hour. Yeah, so yes, I got my little water jug. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. How's the my audio here? I'm just coming on. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just getting bright-eyed and bushy-tailed here, and what a what a relaxing moment in time it is. Yes, how relaxing it is. And I have oh, let me show my water, my big jug of water. It has a little bit of organic ginger powder in it. Yeah, the big jug. It's about a liter. So what I try to do in the morning, try to do because oh, sometimes just trying to get your water for the day is challenging. And my knowing myself, if I don't get my water in at a certain time, see, I don't want to drink a whole thing of water if I'm just about to eat. So just before eating or just after, I try to avoid that. So it got to be a time where you could just have your water and, you know, let it absorb in your body and everything. Yes, good morning, Sophia. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing today? Yeah, it's good to see you again out there. So it's like, was it about 11 o'clock your time? Yeah, we had, what do you call it, daylights, um, on the East Coast. I think all of the U.S., we, um, twice a year, like for now, we push the clock forward 1 hour. So let's say it's 5 o'clock, we make it 6 o'clock. And then I think in the winter season, what was it, fall, um, we pull back the clock. So let's say it's 5 o'clock, then we say it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, so we had I think we did this, was it Sunday or Monday? Yes, they seem to do that. They change the time Sunday or Monday or something like that. So yeah, so now it's like a 7:13 in the morning, New York time. I wish they leave the time alone. I wish they do that. Yeah, let me see a message. Let's see. Oops. Navigating with one hand. Okay. Okay, she says, I'm great, thank you. I hope you are also. Okay, yeah, 11:11. I think our clock changed. It's the last Sunday of this month. Yeah. Have they sent you a vaccine invite yet? Oh, good question. Good question. There was something. I'm glad you mentioned that. I know there was something. Oh, let me get my little doggy. Yeah, she's making noise. She wants to climb on the bed. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, let me show her. Oh, you can hardly see her. Him. Yeah, that's one of my other dogs. Oh, they're pushing it out there. Two of my family members, my brothers, have taken it. Oh, I'm sorry they took it. Wow. Sorry about that. Yeah, yes, they are. They are pushing it out here. Oh, you should see my clock. My clock in my bedroom, I forgot to change. The ones in the other room, I did change. So I have to change that. So it's actually 7:14 around and not 6. I forgot to change this one. But yeah, I know there was something that came on the came on something, and I just thought it was something. I wish I could remember. Yeah, I noticed now that my recall has changed. Yeah, I mean I could remember going to appointments and things like I write down um, things on my calendar, things that I want to remember. But like let's say events, or if I see something, I forget. I mean the recall. So like this, what was the thing I saw that pertaining to this vaccine? Yeah. Um, well, I'm not going to get it, and I did hear that a relative of mine got it. Did you hear about the boxer? There was a famous middleweight boxer who died a day after getting the vaccine. Yeah, he was only 66 years old. And yes, 66 is a Masonic number. But either way, he was 66 and he died. And there was another black lady, a nurse, and she died. Yeah, I didn't click on the video, the one about the black woman dying, the nurse dying. I think at the time it was too much for me to watch it. I said, oh, brother. Yeah, I I mean, all the things I've heard about it, that it attacks your body. It does things to the proteins because it's seeing your body. Um, I guess what it's putting, it's changing something in your body. And if you're susceptible, because remember they said it's about the proteins, and the proteins of people of color are a little different than the proteins of other groups. And so it attacks this protein. So, no way. I mean, what is wrong with your body's natural defense? See, they want to make you feel that you need them. No, you don't need them. Um, your body is a wisdom unto itself. And when you work with your body, it takes care of you. Like I had my thing of water, my my uh, my jug of water, that I have to drink. You fuel your body. You do what you have to do to promote wellness. But making your body feel like an invalid is not one of them. You know, um, they want you to think you can't do anything. They want it like with women. We're born with when we start to mature, women's breasts, is for feeding the baby. But they want you to think, oh, your breast milk is tainted and you need our formula. Who has formulas but witches, you know? Right? Right? You need their formula. Well, maybe why don't you have your own? You have your own milk. And this push, see, they want you to lack common sense. And I just don't want to have it. I don't want to have it, Sophia. Yeah, I mean, why go there? Why, why even bother? That's why more and more I see that I don't want to be a part of this system. This whole system is about control and to make you feel like you are an invalid. You need them. You need them to teach you how to do everything. Well, maybe if you stop preventing us from learning. You don't have to teach us. People knew how to garden, people knew how to build things. Now we have to rely on the system to do everything. And I don't want that. More and more, the answer is getting out there in nature, getting out there. Yeah, let me just fix my. Oops, sorry, I was trying to fix something here. Yeah, I want to fix my mic. Just take a second. I want to just adjust it. Okay, let me. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix something here. Well, I have to put it down for a second. Sorry about that. I just want to fix this mic. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to just put it closer to my face. So, but my apology. Yeah, so they want to make you feel like an invalid. Hmm. Yeah, so the answer is really clear. They want to resculpt the modern human like you don't know how to do anything. See, they want you to become a slave. Yes, we had slavery in the Americas, but this would be a type of slavery, a, a, a whole planetary slave. And you have the rulers and you have the subject people who are subjugated. And they don't want you, they want to sculpt your body so you don't even know your own body. Notice the movies that they're making now. At least the movies that I'm seeing that life has presented to me, like the movie Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is a movie where this took place I think in Japan, and they want you that they were kidnapping the young people, like the teens, 20s, and they were rebelling. The system was getting corrupt, and the young people wanted to commune together, and they had their own place, and the government kidnaps these people, and they took their brain. They took their brain and they put it in a robot's body. And these bodies, or the brain was then like they put in a false memory. They told the girl that had this procedure done, oh, you were a refugee and you drowned in the water, and uh, we couldn't save your body, but your brain survived, and now it's in this robot. And they used this robot as a police force. Like it didn't have, it just had to follow orders. And this came out a while ago, but it seems very modern. It has a modern feel to it. Yeah, a lot of these movies. See, I wasn't into science fiction. I didn't like science fiction. And then when I saw The Matrix, was that 21 years ago now? It came out in 1999. Yeah, going on 20, I think 22 years. Yeah. And it was a coworker, my supervisor, told me about it. Oh, you have to see it. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I said, okay, because I admired my supervisor. He had very good leadership abilities. He was a good leader. And so, because of that, I said, I'll see it because of his suggestion. And I was, wow, it was one of the best movies of all time when I saw that. I loved it. And then coming back to the U.S. mainland. That was in Hawaii. And then at that point, maybe 2 years later, I came back to live in the mainland, back to New York. And slowly I started, people, yeah, people share books with me. I had a friend who passed away. Um, yeah, she was a fun person to know. I knew her just briefly. But she shows me a book. She says, hey, you should get this book. It's called Beyond the Pale Horse. Beyond the Pale Horse. And it was about conspiracies, government conspiracies. And then a year or two after that, another person shared me this book by David Icke on the World Trade Center. It was the yellow book. Yeah, I remember the color because it's yellow. I like yellow. And shortly after that, I started buying these books. Yeah. So when I moved into my own place, that was around in 2003, by 2004, I was buying books. I bought about 3 or 4 books by David Icke, and then I bought some other, then I bought Beyond the Pale Horse also, with the girl. So actually, the Beyond the Pale Horse was the first book introduction into the so-called, so I don't want to say conspiracy research. Yeah, so it is what it is. Um, yeah, stay close. The answer just seems really clear to me. Stay close to nature. Uh, if you can make your own food. I mean, I love eating out. I love my chicken and broccoli. That's my food. That's my staple, chicken and broccoli. But um, try to stay connected. I want to stay connected to Mother Earth, if you want to call her mother, or mother, father, earth, whatever. Stay close to that which sustains you, people. That is my answer. Yeah, we're becoming afraid of our bodies. It's like we don't know how our body responds. We don't know our bodies. So that's why sometimes I share with you the mirror gazing. I look in the mirror. I said, I don't know myself. I need to learn about myself. So look in the mirror and explore the you. Find out about you. I was so disconnected to my body. I was made to be afraid of my body. So um, I talk to my body. I say, I mean, not all the time, but when I say talk to my body, I mean like, see, your cells are to work in harmony. And when it's not in harmony, it is in a dis-ease state. And it's in haywire. So I say, I'm going to start talking to my body for us to be in unison. So I say, good morning, hello cells of the body, hello feet, hello legs, hello face, hello heart, hello, the different parts of your body. Especially if you're having, let's see, a malady somewhere. Talk to that part of the body and say, okay, let's work together. Peace and love. Say good things. Peace and love to your body. Let's work together. I want to protect you. Let's protect each other. Let us work as a team. And I think you'll get good results. Yeah. So when I'm going to drink my water, my glass of water, this is a ginger water. I talk to my water, my beverage. When I try to remember, I try to remember when I'm going to drink water, especially the first water of the day, like right now. I I talk to the water. I say hello, water. Thank you for your qualities, etc. Whatever you feel. This water is very valuable. See, you can drink water, but you can't drink gold. You know what I mean? Water will sustain you. but they want us to be preoccupied with things out there that really don't sustain, you know? So I say, hey, start appreciating the little things in life, like a glass of water or ginger water, you know? Say, I almost forgot about talking about the vision that I had. Well, I'm seeing it's 20 minutes already, and almost forgot to talk about what I saw today. Yeah, I was dreaming actually. I started out dreaming, and I was dreaming about things. I was back in my mother's bedroom. She was there. She was the age how I really remember her. So she'd be like in her 50s, 60s, um, and she was taking things out of her dresser drawer or something, and I saw something. It was attached to the side of the bed, and the side of the bed that my mother would sleep on. And for what I said that it was some type of creature attached to the bed, but I said this was someone who I knew. One of my one of the first people I met at college. I don't want to give her name or anything like that. It was a pale in color. I know this is not the vision, but I was dreaming just before I had the vision. That's why I'm mentioning it. It's keeping me, my clear of thought. Um, yeah, and in a nutshell, the friend, um, it looked like it, it had died. It was roundish in shape, flat and round. It looked like a sea creature, and it looked like it was there for a long time. And then it had these twigs, like a little twig and a little, I think it looked like a fern, pieces of a fern attached to it, little piece of twig, and then it fell to the ground, and then it started to scurry. And when it was scurrying away, it looked like the shape of my little dog, like my little Shih Tzu here. Okay, that's my little Shih Tzu. But the hair was sticking up. It almost had a feathery look to it. It was a pale color, and everything's like sticking up. And when it ran, it's all its hair was shaking. And then I awakened. I think yeah, that dream to me seemed like uh, it was something symbolic. Some of my dreams they don't make sense, but it's symbolism, and what that symbol is, I don't know. And the fact that I'm thinking that creature, and I don't say the word creature in a pejorative way, but I said that's my friend from college. Really weird. And there was another man. There was a man in the room. Um, he could have been sitting on my mother's bed. But I remember there was a white man, maybe 30s, 40s, something like that. I don't know who he was. And then I woke up. But this is what I saw in the vision. Um, I did see the tile floor again. Tiles like the ones that you see in bathrooms a lot. I think it's a six-sided, what do you call it, hexagon? Or it was six or five-sided. It was white in color. I remember I saw that briefly. And then I saw pottery. Yeah, I saw that it was against a wall. I can't, I can't tell whether it was it, whether it was an outdoor scene or within a building. I couldn't see, but it had an outdoorsy feel. But it was against a wall, and they would like um, how do you say, like holding places. Like imagine a wall um, that had um, vertical and like little boxes against the wall, like almost like a shelf, a shelf, but it was divided up in uh, squares. Each wooden square. It could have been like a wooden square or something. Um, let's say 13 by 13 or something, 12 by 12. It was a perfect square. And inside each of the containers, the sections against the wall, were these, it looked like a clay pottery that, that had been fired. And so it had like a peachy, pinkish, pale color, like a raw pottery. The waist of the jar was round, and it could have been roughly maybe 12 inches in diameter. The height of the jar was shorter, so it almost had like a chunky look to it. So let's say the height could have been taller than the length of your hand, and it had a wide relative. Let's see, the neck of it might have been maybe 5 inches, and it looked like a white cap. It looked like a screw-on cap, white cap that was upon it, and that's what I saw. It looked real. It was a daylight, um, and that was it. I didn't see anything more. Um, yeah, I'm very interested about what I'm seeing. Why am I seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, I did a video yesterday. Yeah, I had a vision yesterday morning, and yeah, that one's having problems uploading. Yeah, I went on my device yesterday to take a look at it to see if it uploaded, and it was still processing. And I went to bed like at, I think, 10 o'clock last night, 9, 10 o'clock. And so I was surprised this thing, it was already 12 hours, over 12 hours since I did the video. So yeah, sometimes the videos upload quickly and sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, oh, I can't remember now what I saw yesterday. Yeah, I did mention about I know I mentioned about the vision. See, that's what I mean. I find that my recall of certain things, events, is problematic, very problematic. So that I don't like, you know. Um, so that's also why I document my my experiences like this as like a keeping a library of the things that I see, what I experience, very much. And I'm hoping that some of the things I see, maybe other people might recognize it. Oh, I remember what I saw yesterday. Yeah, I had a vision that I saw. Yeah, I wasn't even doing like I was watching videos. I had awakened real early in the morning. And so I watched these two movies. Oh, what was the movies I saw? Oh, The Adjustment Bureau and, oh, it's another movie with Denzel Washington. Oh, what was that now? Oh, Manchurian Candidate, yeah. And I think that because my mind was thinking about this movie, and I started seeing the correlation between both movies, and I've seen both movies many times, many times. But this time I watched them the two back to back. I saw Manchurian first, and then The Adjustment Bureau second. And then it dawned on me the correlation. Both movies were about um, upcoming presidential elections, and that they were being hampered. Yeah, and that you had people, what we would call deep state, or the cabal who were actually, people who were running the country behind the scenes, who were really in charge. That's what both of those movies were about. But I didn't see the correlation in it. And you had an actor, a black actor, that actually was in both movies. And I said, oh, wow, that guy, I didn't even recognize the guy. But yeah, Manchurian came first in 2004, and then Adjustment Bureau came out in 2011. I don't know whether the actor, I just know his first name is Anthony. And he, and that, I think in Hollywood, like you get graduated. Like they have you, when you first come out, they have you do something, uh, it's kind of deprecating. In his case, that the Manchurian, he dies violently. Horrible. I couldn't even watch it when he died. It was too disturbing. And then in the Adjustment Bureau, he plays like a good guy. I mean, not that he was a bad guy in the first movie, but something bad happened to him. And then in the Adjustment Bureau, they show him as a clean cut young man uh, dressed in a suit. He was dressed in a suit, tie, and a hat. And he was to help the protagonist in the movie. So it was a different, like they said, okay, it's as if, okay, we want you killed in this first movie, but then we'll do you right in this other movie. Yeah. Um, yeah, start noticing movies, start noticing trends in movies. And even though those movies came out quite a while ago, see, I'm a late starter. See, I just started on this spiritual journey. I mean, I think actually it's more of a lifetime, but I was made to. I came to an awakening in 2015. Basically, well, it was actually December of 2014. But by 2015, I was there in my seeking. That's when a lot of things started mentally. Yeah, it was a paradigm shift. Uh, it was a hard. It was like it was really uncomfortable. I have to be honest. Yeah, but it had to be done. It had, awakening. Using your eyes for the first time in the daylight. It's blinding, and that's how I felt. But it was essential because I started to ask questions. So what's happening now? Um, I would say I'm more resolute about certain things. Like I realize some things I just cannot change. Um, the world is going on the way it is. I had no idea that this would ever happen. 2020 was, I think, one of the most. It was very stressful for the world as it pertains to an election and health. And it's all to distract you. It's all to control you, make you afraid. That's what 2020 was designed to do. But this is a new year. This is 2021. 2021. Well, for me, I want to make this a positive year for me, a year of empowerment. Oh, let me tell you what what I did, what I will be doing again. I was inspired by a YouTuber. Uh, well, have you ever heard of the term sigil? I was introduced to sigils a couple of years ago, actually. It could have been in 2016, even. Around that time, 2016, it could have been. A sigil is like a symbol. It's something that represents something. And I, I don't know who introduced me to the term, because I started to explore about the metaphysics, candle magic, meditation, things like that. And I would think things like this was of the was witchcraft and evil. But let me tell you this, people. I mean, and I'm no expert, but in my opinion, what is witchcraft? You know, the word witchcraft has a very, very negative connotation. And I even use the word witch like someone that acted like a witch, you know, and I say in a pejorative way, and I mean it that way, pejorative. But the art of metaphysics, the art of learning how to harness energy is actually a science. And I say it like that because once you know how, you can replicate, and it's what you do with it. It's like a butter knife. You can use it to spread butter, or you can use it for who knows what. So it's what you do with the tool. What do you do with it? You can use it for good or you can use it for bad. Energy. It's about energy. And again, I was afraid of things like this. If it wasn't in the Bible, I will not touch it. I was a Bible person. Um, I used to go to church. And then, even before my paradigm change, I was already on a path of changing. Because I was watching YouTube. You know, I had finished college. During my college days, uh, I finished college in 2011. Um, so I didn't have a lot of free time. But I would watch something maybe on the weekend. I would take one day off to just relax, and that I might be going to church, whatever. Um, but you know, because I was being introduced to what they call conspiracy theories, and I was interested in spirituality. I wanted, I was becoming irritated because my social environment started to change. And I think the big change started for me regarding religion, or I should say church, was in 2012 when this young a teenage boy, the age of 17, had gotten killed, well, murdered. I consider it murdered. That was Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin was a 17-year-old black boy. I think it's from Florida. And yeah, he was um, evidently he was getting into trouble. He was doing something in school, whatever. He was being wasn't behaving, and he gets suspended from school, and his mother sent him to live with the father that lived in a different area in Florida. And he goes to the store to buy something to eat, some treats, and it was raining. And as he's going home, walking home, he was spotted by this man, 27-year-old man, who then wants to call the cops on him because he looks suspicious. And um, I think the boy, this 17-year-old, senses he's being watched and followed by this guy. So he starts to run. He hurries home. And again, it is raining. And the guy, you know, the 27-year-old calls the cops. The cops, not the cop, the 911, or you know dispatcher. Hey, you know, I see a suspicious person, and he wanted to go follow him. So the lady over the phone said, "Hey, do not get out of your car. Do not follow him." Well, he does. He said, we'll send the police over. Well, he gets out, follows him. A fight erupts, and the 27-year-old man shoots him. And he was on the phone when it happened. It was awful. And now they want to vilify the guy. Now, yeah, he's just 17. But either way, when that happened, it caused a lot of ruckus. And about 2 years later, there was a trial, uh, and he got off, the killer. And when that happened, I was going to church during those days. Yeah, from 2012 to 2013, excuse me, I was going to church. But it shook me. And I was going to a church that had, it was a nice church. It was a church near where I live, maybe a 20-minute walk, 15, 20-minute walk maximum. Um, and I was involved in a ministry there. But I said, I want something else. I'm getting bored. And I didn't feel, I wanted to get in touch with my African heritage, my black heritage. I went to a church. It wasn't, it had different races there. But I wanted to explore my roots, my black roots, my West Indian roots. I wanted to explore that. After what happened to Trayvon, I said, they really hate us out there. And I wanted to get in touch with myself. And so I decided to myself, yeah, it was just before the trial, that's right, because he was already murdered, and now it's the end of 2013. It was December 2013, and made a mental note. I said, the last Sunday in this year, it's already December. I said, will be my last time in church. I'm going to stop going, because mentally I couldn't. My life, my environment was changing. My environment was teaching me I need to get in touch with myself. I was allowing religion. I was relying on society to tell me how I should be, uh, what religion I'm to choose. And it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense for me to be under the pastoral of the church being a black person or a woman of color. It didn't make sense to me anymore. So I said, this is not for me. I said, the pastor's fine. That's my little boy. He's going on his back. Let's see. Look at him. He rolled over with his back. Yeah, it didn't make sense anymore. I'm a black woman, and I don't know myself. I don't know my black heritage. I knew nothing. And here a young black child, whether he's truant, whether was getting mixed in the wrong crowd, his parents wanted better for him. Well, the mother wanted something better for him. So I just felt like I need to move on. And that incident was a big catalyst of my change. And then a year later, during all of 2014, I followed this YouTuber. Uh, she was a black female. Yeah, I noticed also during this time, everything that I watched on YouTube were not people that looked like me. See, I was so disconnected from myself and from my heritage. I wanted to see people that looked like me for the first time. It didn't make any sense. where I live, in the building where I live. There's not a lot of people that look like me. All of YouTube, because I was into Bible prophecy, everything was the Bible and Bible prophecy. But all the people that I saw, now I wasn't really conscious of it. I mean, I didn't think anything of it because that's what I was brought up into, once I became a Christian. Everything on YouTube with regard to Bible prophecy were people that didn't look like me. And it came to my awareness that how come I'm not seeing and meeting people over YouTube that look like me, that come from my background. So I actively started looking over YouTube. I think what I did was I actually typed in the word black people or black women to try to find, yeah, how I, how to find her. Well, I think I was also being introduced to what they call the Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, because I at that time I was still a Christian. I still believed in the Bible, but I wanted, but socially I wanted um, something else happening. I wanted to see the religion through different eyes because all the eyes that were watching for me were men who did not look like me. And so I was still a Christian in 2013 um, when I stopped going. I just wanted to explore other people. And so I found a video on, she was a Jehovah Witness. And I've never been a Jehovah Witness. But I saw her video, and and she started, yeah, she was a Jehovah Witness, and then she uh, left it because of the inconsistencies in its teachings, and she started to explore the Hebrew Israelite movement or religion, because she still was into the Bible, but she, wanted something else. Yeah, and she's from my home state also. Yeah, and I saw her video. Yeah, she was wearing like a I think a pink hoodie, no, a blue hoodie, and she was talking about. I thought it was really interesting. She said, if the Bible, if you got all the scriptures for the Bible and stack them on top of each other, it'll be taller than from your elbow to your fingertips. And I said, wow, it's just something, how it seemed very mystical, how she looked and everything. And I got hooked on her watching her video. And her videos progressed. She was living outside of the country at that time. And then I started finding other videos. And she had like she was talking about the Hebrew Israelites thing. And then I found other videos. It's like when you watch one video, it refers to your other videos. And these were other Hebrew Israelites, because again, I was still into the Bible. But yeah, then I pulled away from that, the whole Bible question when that same YouTuber, see, she was on her spiritual path as well. She is no longer into the Bible of any form. And she wrote a book. And when I probably the first one to buy her book. When she announced that she was, when she was going to publish a book and have it available for sale, yeah, the book came out. She announced it, I think, the last week of November of 2013. I bought the book online, and it came in the mail just before my birthday. And I was really excited because here's someone from my community is now an author. And I started reading it, and I had a paradigm. It scared me. It scared me because the book was saying, in essence, the Bible is a lie. And it shook my world. It talked about the, what they call the Anunnaki, Enki, and all these names. And what is this? But so that was the catalyst for my paradigm shift. It really screwed my head up. It shocked me. And from that time on, it I said to myself, oh, also she also shared this, which was essential about this whole uh, spiritual growth or to want to change. She said, if you want to open up your spiritual eye, ask questions. And I just needed to hear that. And I think subconsciously I was asking questions, but when she said that, it clicked in me, and I said, yes, to actively and consciously ask questions. And that's what I did from that time forward. So that was all like from 2014 on. So what was that about? So was that 6 years? I said 14. Yeah. So that's about let's see. So all of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that's 7 years. Wow. It doesn't seem that long, but I think this year would be, oh, so it's like six plus years. Yeah. So so that's what happened. It it's okay to ask questions, and even though I don't really, she doesn't come on YouTube often, but she had her season in my life, and I did get an opportunity to meet her in 2014. No, wait a minute. Yeah, 2014. Wait a minute, let me think. Wait a minute. Because I know she had the, okay, 2013. Okay, maybe, no, it was 2015. Yeah, because a book came out, and then I saw her in April of 2015. Yeah, I think that's how it went. Yeah, yes, that's how it went. Not 2014, April of 2015, I met her and her family. Yeah, they were coming into the city, and it was a fabulous meeting. And she had the book. She had sent a second book to give me. I mean, it was republished, and she gave me the second edition, which was nice of her. I'm glad she did that. Um, but yeah, so she's on her own spiritual journey now. Um, yeah, it's not, we're all changing. So wow, I didn't know I was going to be talking about this in this live stream. But yeah, it's just to let you know what happened to me. And so life is always changing. And I guess you have to, there's a trust factor. You have to get to a point where you have to trust yourself. You have to say, I know I'm going to let go of the handlebars, but have enough courage that you'll be able to keep your balance. You'll be able to still do what you have to do. You'll still be able to be mobile. Yeah, you have to take chances, safe chances. I mean, I'm just using thing with the handlebars as a metaphor, but sometimes I had to let go. I had to let go. It's a scary process to let go of everything and to explore for yourself. So I remember exploring for myself the tarot cards. I remind myself, there's another YouTuber also. She was a seventh. I'm sorry, a Jehovah Witness also. So it's really interesting. Jehovah Witnesses, and there's a second YouTuber that I've been following on and off for the past 2 or 3 years, and me and her are very similar at our exploration. She was real conservative, um, and now she could easily be taken as a new ager type. I mean, she's has the crystals. I have the crystals. She does the meditation. I do the meditation. Yeah. So it's really interesting. People who were Christians, who were traditional Christians, Protestant faith, and in her case, she was Jehovah Witness. I was like a Protestant. Denominations I would go to, and Pentecostal, that's also my background. But when we left the religions that we followed, we both are exploring similar things and tarot cards. I mean, I'm not sure if she had, I think she has tarot cards, yeah. And I have tarot cards. Yeah, I bought my tarot cards. That was 2015. That was, um, it could have been May of 2015. Yeah. Yeah. So it was way before saw the YouTuber the second YouTuber who was a former Jehovah Witness. Yeah, that person was maybe 3 years ago. And my exploration, with all that was in 2015. So it was before. But it's interesting how life works. That it's like when you come out of traditional Christianity, we fall into this other genre. So we have to be careful with that. Even the New Age, the crystals and meditation, all that. Because that also, I mean, anything, you know, to to think, to be aware. Um, but what it has done for me, it like the visions that I see. Um, I would never people. I would never. I don't think I would ever would have known about some of these things, like the orbs. I've been seeing the orbs. Like I bought that device. Let me show you it. The device. Oops, shit. Oops, I just spilled water. Ah, shoot. Oh, brother. I just, I'm sorry, I just spilled water. Okay. See that device there? That is a camcorder and it records orbs. Yeah. Oh, okay, let me close it now. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just spilled water. Oh, kind of. Oh, the focus. Okay, I had to fix the focus. I apologize for that. Yeah, yeah, I started to, yeah, I have to clean up that water later on. Yeah, well, oh well. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, so, oh yeah, if I didn't give myself permission to go outside of the box, I may have never, I mean, the type of movies I watch now, it led me to, um, what do you call this secret space super soldiers. I started learning about technologies. It introduced me to other YouTubers, like the targeted individuals or the TIs, they're also known as. I started, I was introduced to them. And seeing that there's other things that happen in life. What else? Oh, as I said, the orbs. I bought that device that I just showed you a moment ago. And I shared with you guys orbs, that the paranormal does exist. I mean, I wasn't into science fiction. I hated science fiction. But when I saw The Matrix, it opened up doors. And when I started meditating, yeah, I started doing meditation in 2014 actually. Yeah, because that YouTuber was sharing that she meditates. She said that meditation will, well, she said something now. You get downloads. That's the term she used. I said, wow, she's having downloads. I took it literal. But I think what she really meant was that insights. I never had a download. So I said, wow, she gets downloads and she does meditation. I'm going to try it. So in 2014, uh, I had bought some paraphernalia like a, what they call the singing bowl and a cushion to sit on. And I went up my coffee, set it up at my coffee table and I did meditation. And my first meditation, I had an experience. I saw these geometrical shapes. It was like it looked like a wave, or like these long, um, long chain of like they were each segment was like a rectangle. No, wait, yeah, like a rectangle shape, and they're all connected. And it was like a wave of them, and the colors were red and green, with a black dot in the center, and it was moving like a wave, like a current. That was the first thing I saw, and then I saw the week that I saw the YouTuber with their family, I saw a person's face who I did not know. And that was my beginning. That was in 2014. And then I started, I think, seeking also on YouTuber. I saw this other, a black YouTuber, a black man who was a doctor. And he shared about his paranormal experiences. Yeah, he was an emergency room doctor. And he was funny. He was, I forget his name, but he introduced what they call candle magic. And I think that was in 2016. Yes, that was in 2016. And it just progressed. Yeah, it just progressed so slowly. And yeah, and then I met this other person, this woman who was a metaphysics practitioner. Um, and she showed me things with candles. So, you could try things, tr- you know, try to look up things like several videos on the sub, whatever way you want to try. Look up information to get various. Oops, sorry, get various viewpoints on something, so you have an idea what you're going, what you're going to go through. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the water is kind of dripping here. Um, yeah, just trying to. Yeah, it's spreading the water. Yeah, so you could just yeah, read up on the subject and try to come to an understanding. And always in everything you do, caution in everything. Always try to use caution, um, words of protection. Like when I'm going to do a formal meditation or let's say mirror gazing, I give words of protection over me. I think a lot of it has to do with intent. So if you speak words of intent and what you want to attract and what you want to expel, do that. Yeah. I haven't had any bad experiences. Yeah, I tell myself, don't be afraid, because see, I think sometimes we become afraid when we see something we don't understand. I think this physical world is more spookier than the spiritual world. But in both realms, be careful. Yeah, it'd be foolish for me to say, oh, everybody's my friend. No. Just like you have enemies in this 3D world, you could have enemies in the spirit realm. You know, there's no perfect person. So, in all things, use caution. Yeah, I would say that is wisdom. So, oh, yeah, I didn't know I was going to be sharing this information, that, what I'm saying now. But I think how it links up with the visions is that because I'm allowing myself to think outside of my box, to think, that hey, the sky's the limit, to explore. Oh, I almost forgot what I was going to talk to you about. Yeah, that's right. I was going to talk about sigils. I apologize for that. I got off the track there. I was mentioning about sigils, and sigil, in short, is a symbol. It represents something, and in this case, it's about trying to uh, use intent and impose it on this symbol to manifest your desires. And basically, how it works, you keep it in the affirmative, like I have or I am, rather than I want, I wish, or I don't want this. You don't use negative, like the word not. You avoid that. You leave it in the affirmative and in the present tense. So for example, I'm just making something up. I have vitality, and you write that down, and you write it in print, and you cross out all the vowels in the word, like uh, the word that, the A in the word that, you cross out. So all the vowels you remove, and then the consonants, consonants, like if you have um, double consonants, if you have more like uh, more than two L's, you just have one of them, you know, like the word that. You have two T's in that, so you just cross out one T. You don't need two T's in it. So it's a phrase that you're saying. You're removing the vowels, any duplicate consonants you remove, and then you take the remaining letters and you create a design from it. In fact, when I first did my sigil a couple of years ago, I have a word processor. I mean, like a Word, Office Word software, and it has what they call word art, and so you can distort what the letters look like, and that's how I did mine. So I typed it up, and I think you can use different colors, with the word art, and then I printed it, and then you add energy to the sigil, or also you once you get the shape, the design that you want, using the remaining letters, you encircle it, and I double circled it. It's to like harness the intent of that phrase or remaining letters of that phrase, and then you like leave it for a day. You forget about it, and then you take it, you add energy to it, and then you destroy it. Now I did that a couple of years ago, and did more than one sigil, and it worked. In a nutshell, it worked. I wanted to sell a particular thing, and I was selling on was that eBay, and it just wouldn't take. It was over a year, maybe it was even 2 years, and for whatever reason, it just wouldn't sell. And I didn't want to give it away because I spent a lot of money on it. And so I said, hey, uh, so I forget who taught me about the sigil, but it was something I saw on YouTube. And so I followed it. And after 24 hours, it happened. And it seemed like what happened, like, as I said, I did more than one sigil. And so um, the, the main, I think the main one took, it was two main ones that I wanted to sell, and these little baby ones. I think it was a total of 4 items. And the one big, there was two really pricey items. And only one of the real pricey items took, and then the baby item took. And what I gather, now it worked. And I got scared because it worked. Because I was trying for at least 2 years trying to sell this thing, and then I did the sigil, and after 24 hours, it sold. I got a buyer. And I think why both big items didn't sell was because of the energy. Think of it this way. Let's say you're going to purchase, let's say you have $50, but you want to buy, let's say 2 items you want to buy, but let's say what you want to buy costs $70. Well, you only have $50 in your pocket. So you could, let's say, let's say there were 30 each, the items. So you're able to buy one item for the 30, so you have 20 left. So it took the other little, I was able to buy another item since I had $20 left over. Think of it that way. And I think that's what happened when I did the sigil. I didn't have enough energy for everything. Because remember, I did more than one sigil, and I think I did the sigil for each item. I think that's how it worked. Because it was more than one, and I did them both back to back. Like I did the first one, and then I did the second one, but I didn't have enough energy to put in the second one. So what I learned there, do once, if you're going to to energize the sigil. I mean, you can create the sigil, but when it comes to energizing the sigil, just do one for that day. Give it all your energy, especially if it's something that you might consider a heavy thing, a heavy job. Yeah. So that's what happened. So I started what's that? About 2 days ago, 2 days ago, I was watching a YouTuber. I was watching several videos on sigils. Again, um, my doing this sigil was some years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And so I wanted to refresh my memory on doing the sigil. So I allowed myself to watch some videos on it. And this lady inspired me. She was a very creative lady, and she showed the sigils, and she has like a little art book, and she does cutouts, and she's so creative. Her work is fantastic. Oh, I loved her work. And she inspired me to, some people suggest You do sigils, keep a copy. She says, keep a journal of you doing sigils. So I said, I'm going to do that. So, yeah, because I want to do a sigil. I think I'm going to do, well, I was meaning to do it earlier, but I want to get this sigil done and the energy behind it done for spring. Yeah, spring for me is symbolic of new beginnings, and I want to try this particular sigil. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, I mean, what this sigil is for, but that I want to do a sigil for spring. And so I bought, what did I buy? Oh, I bought these candles, yeah, to help manifest the intent. Um, yeah, I bought a beautiful notebook. Oh, um, I'll probably, it's not in my room right now, um, but I'll probably share it in a future video. Um, I'll show you my little notebook. It's a nice floral notebook, and I purchased beautiful paper, you know, bond paper. I went to an office supply store, and I bought regular white bond paper for my new printer, because I'm also thinking the sigils I can also do on the computer using the word art for Microsoft Office. And then freestyle, do some by hand. So I got the white bond paper for the printer, uh, and then this thick, heavy paper is a beautiful green color, and I got that, you know, 8.5 by 11. And then I had this old bond paper made of this beautiful cotton that I had for many, many years. I think I bought the paper in 2003. Yeah, it was a while ago, 2003, between 2003 2005. This beautiful, like a yellowish, creamy color, high quality uh, paper for letters, you know, formal writing. Yeah. So I put the three types in that new binder. A ruler, um, glue. She uses clear glue because sometimes she showed that she did like these cutouts. It's really nice. Oh, brother, I don't even remember the name of the YouTuber, but she's into arts and craft, and so she keeps like a journal of her like she has like a planner, like a calendar planner that she does by scratch, like it's a blank paper, and she colors her paper with acrylic paint, and she writes on it, and she does cutouts, she makes little stickers. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's very inspiring. So I think I want to start doing that. Yeah, so I'll probably watch her today to inspire me again, and then I'm going to do my sigil. You know, I'm going to create it and put on the side. Oh, yeah, today's Thursday, so I don't have much time. Yeah, so I'll try to create it today, and then tomorrow, you know, to let it go idle, and I'm going to put it under my candle to add intent to it, and then I'm going to light it. I think I'm going to light it uh, Saturday, which is what do you call it? Spring equinox. Yeah, yeah. I want to go out for spring equinox. Yeah, I want to bring my little doggies with me. Yeah, there's one of them there again. Yeah, that's my little girl. That's Lilac, and that's Lily and Lavender. That's Lavender. Yeah. Yeah, it's on Zoom right now. Yeah, so I want to, oops, sorry. Yeah, so, yeah, and I think it's going to rain. It might even be raining now. Yeah, Yeah, I think it said it was going to rain today. So I might just stay at home. If it's going to rain, I'm not going to go out. And I just relax and work on my sigil. Oh, I got to mail my tax. Yeah, I did my federal tax 2 days ago, and then I did my state tax yesterday. So I have to mail it. Yeah, so I got to mail my taxes. Um, yes, that's basically it. So I want to work on the sigil, um, do some reading. I hope I can motivate myself, do some reading. Um, yeah, and clear out. I almost forgot. Yeah, I told you before that I had the Booyah doggy stroller. And remember I told you guys I had to return it because it was just slightly too wide to fit the exit door. Well, I did return it a week ago Saturday, and yeah, I got my money back. I saw it in my account yesterday, and so I reordered a new Booyah doggy stroller. Yeah, I got the same color, just the medium. And so you're going to be seeing me in a few days going out there using the doggy stroller. Yeah, I want to do these power walks, boy. Those mega, I call them mega power walks. Yeah, I want to go further in the city, you know. This stroller really works fabulous. It works really, really well. It's very little effort to push, even though the item itself is heavy. It has these giant wheels and it lets you move along that pavement very well. So yeah, that's all that I can think of right now. So yeah, I shared the vision that I had. I saw the ceramic pots. Yeah, they were uh, stacked against the wall. Each one had its own holder. They're about the waist of the jars were about maybe 12 inches in diameter, and the height could have been maybe 8 inches tall. It had a screw cap on. It looked like a screw cap on top. It looked like a ceramic, like a pale peachy pinkish color. And yeah, it was many of them. There was about I'm just count maybe 7 rows of them. So I mean, yeah, 7 rows and maybe 12 columns. Yeah, there were a lot of them against the wall. Beautiful ceramics. I've never seen these ceramics before. Never seen it, don't know where it was. There was no other context to it. Again, a lot of the visions that I see, you don't see like the broad spectrum of where like you just see an item. You don't see like in the context where that wall was. Was it in a room? Was it outside? Where is this in relationship to everything else? Yeah. So I would like to be able to see more, to get the context of what I'm seeing. I mean, where is the thing that I'm seeing and why I'm seeing it? Yeah. Um, yeah, that was my vision for today. And I was dreaming just before, and very bizarre. It was the dream that I had today was, I think, of symbolism. It made no sense to me. Um, yeah, a lot of my dreams in the past were all more symbolic, really, really bizarre dreams. Um, and that's it. So I know I shared a lot today. I shared about the different, the sigils, about my um, coming to this bridge in my life of the paradigm shift from being a Christian, someone who read the Bible, to someone who's exploring things that in my life would be considered taboo in the worst way. Yeah. Um, what is evil? Evil is intent. Evil is a behavior. That's what evil. A thing is just a thing. It is what people do what makes things evil. Yeah, that's what I learned. Okay, let me read this message before I go. Okay, Sophia. Okay, she's I watched a series, all episodes, last week called Behind Her Eyes. Three of the characters are able to astral project. The special effects mimic the lights on your orb videos. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Sophia. Is that from your country, or I mean, was that on the internet or on television? Very interesting. Wow. Wow. I hope I can, let's see. Behind Her Eyes. Oh, I gotta look that up. Behind Her Eyes. I hope I can remember that. Behind Her Eyes. Yeah. The special effects mimic the lights on your orb videos. Yeah. Wow. Okay, the last comment, she says, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be doing some reading also today. Good news regarding the new stroller. Thank you again for sharing. Yeah, and thank you for sharing too. Oh, Netflix. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll thank you for that info. I'm going to try the Behind Her Eyes. I'll type that into um, Google to see, if they have any, what do you call, trailers. Oops, sorry. To see if they have any trailers on the subject. So, yes, folks, I see I'm on for 87 minutes here. I always enjoy this time with you. And yes, if you can give me the thumbs up for this video, and those of you who want to support me financially can do so as well. Just PayPal me, and the link is on my channel, Spirit Journey channel, on the top right of the banner. You'll see my PayPal me link. Just click on the link, follow the prompt, and any amount would be greatly appreciated. And yes, thank you for giving me the thumbs up there. I appreciate it very much. Peace, love, and joy and prosperity to the listener of this video. It's always a pleasure to see all of you. Thank you very much. Take care. Play it safe. Be safe. And drink your water. Oops. Thank you again, guys. Enjoy. Bye bye. This is Spirit Journey. Until next time soon.